Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we are making a tiramisu.
Grab a plate, 'cause it's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
Okay guys, so today we are making tiramisu, which a lot of you have been waiting for a long time, including me, and I've tried it so many times with no luck, but I finally think I got it. So this is one of those desserts that you can usually get at like an Italian restaurant. It's light and fluffy. It's got this light cake or cookie bottom with these 2 layers of creamy filling and topped or flavored with espresso and topped with a light dusting of cocoa powder. It is just magical. So we're gonna jump in. If you want the full recipe, printable recipe, there'll be a link in the details below. So we are gonna get started with the frosting, or like the fluffy whipped creamy type of filling first, because that needs a little bit of time to set up. So what I have here is 1.5 cups of cashews and 1/2 cup of pitted dates that I've already soaked for 2 hours. And you soak them just because you want the creamy part to be really kind of fluffy. You don't want it to be heavy. And if you blend the cashews when they're not soaked, it tends to be more like a frosting. It's kind of thick and rich, but it's kind of heavy. You want it to be light and fluffy. So there's our cashews and dates. Then we have a teaspoon of vanilla. Just gonna put a little bit more in there. And then 1/2 cup of water. And it is as simple as that. So we're just gonna blend this, and I'm using my NutriBullet today because it's not a huge amount of stuff. And we are just going to mix this until it's really light and fluffy. And as you see here, this is still feeling a little bit thick and it's not turning very well. So I'm gonna put a little of the espresso that I made. And that is to go into the cake part, but I'm just gonna put, probably a little over a tablespoon of it in there. Maybe just a tablespoon of water. And that's something you can always do if you feel like it's really just too thick and it's not moving in your blender. Because sometimes the cashews, you know, maybe if you've got just a little bit more than normal, it just won't turn very well. And you want this to be really turning well. Okay, now we've got it. That off the blades a little. Ooh, it's hard. Okay, and if you can tell by looking at this, that is just silky. All right, so we're gonna set that aside because as it sits, the cashews will soak even more of that moisture up and it'll get a little bit thicker, which is what we want. Okay, so now we are on to the cake part. And typically a tiramisu is made with lady fingers, which are like these little oblong cookies that are kind of like a, I don't know, maybe a shortbread cookie. I've never really had them, but that's what usually goes in the bottom as the cake part, but we're making more of a cake. Okay, so this is our oats here. This is just 1 cup of organic rolled oats. Okay, and we just mixed it lightly into flour. Now, with all of my baked goods, I usually use ground oats. But the secret with the ground oats is not to grind them too far. Because if you grind them too far and too fine, then the cake will tend to be a little bit heavy and dense. And we want this to be more light and fluffy. So that was 1 cup of rolled oats blended into flour, and then I have 3/4 cup of almond meal or almond flour. Then I have a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of baking soda. And we're just going to mix them together gently so that we don't have any more almond meal clumps, because almond meal is kind of it's kind of a wet or moist type of flour, so it tends to get a little bit of these little clumps in there. You want to get the clumps out. Okay, but you could do that with a whisk too, that works well. Okay, that looks good. All right, now for the liquid part of the batter. So this is 1.5 cups of unsweetened soy milk, but like I always say, you can use whatever plant milk you like, just as long as it's unsweetened, because the sweetness is going to come from these whole food dates. It's 1/2 cup of pitted dates and a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, where's my blender? There it is. Now we're just going to blend this up again till all of those dates are completely pulverized. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I already have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And then what I have here, I have 2 of these silicone bread pans because we're just going to make this tiramisu is going to be a long, just a long rectangle shape. So if you don't have these silicone baking, baking things like this, you can use a regular one, a glass one, and just line it with parchment, because you want it to come completely out of this very cleanly, because this is a free-form tiramisu. It's not going to be in a pan. Okay, so now we're going to pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. And there might be a teeny little date chunks left, which is perfectly okay. So we're going to stir this together. And this is something you want to do and get into your baking containers pretty quickly, because as this sits here, the reaction between the baking soda and the baking powder is going to start happening, and it gets this kind of strange texture to it. But you want this to be able to pour into these containers and kind of level itself out a little bit. Okay, so we're just going to eyeball like half of the mixture in one and half of the mixture in the other one. And they don't have to be exact, but just pretty close. You see there how it's still pretty liquidy, so it just self-levels. Because if you leave that sitting for too long, it gets kind of thick and then it doesn't self-level, and you have to try to smooth it, and it's difficult to smooth. So now we are going to get this into the oven. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share with you some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our new Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook, are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting members. By becoming a supporting member, you gain access to great member perks like monthly product giveaways, free downloads of our ebooks, and access to our in-depth courses, including our 28 Days Plant-Based Made Easy course, where we offer a step-by-step guide to making the switch to a fully plant-based diet. We create this show for the hundreds of thousands of viewers just like you who tune in each month from all over the world to make it easy for everyone to live a plant-based lifestyle. So if you love our content, please join us on our mission and become a supporting member today by following the link in the description. Okay, let's get back to the show. Okay, so our cakes are out of the oven. They were in there for 25 minutes, And I put them, you know, once they cool just slightly, I put them out on this rack to cool them completely. You want them completely cool because we don't want our frosting or filling to really melt into it. So I put my first one down. You can just do this on a plate, or you can do a cake tray if you want to be fancy, but I like it on the plate, it's just fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a toothpick and I'm just going to poke a bunch of little holes into the cake, not all the way through, just down a little bit, because this is, you're going to be pouring the coffee onto that, and you really want it to soak in there really good. Okay, so here's our espresso that we had before. This is 1/3 cup of espresso, or you can use just like really strong coffee. It doesn't really matter the type of coffee, just whatever you like. And you're just going to slowly ladle this on and let it soak in all the way out to the edges. And you got to be careful to watch your amount here because we're going to do the other cake too, so use only about 1/2 of this so that you'll have 1/2 for that second cake. Okay, and you can see here it kind of starts to pool a little bit. You know it's pretty saturated there. Okay, so that's where we're going to stop. Now we're going to take our filling, and the same thing here. We want a more generous layer on the top. So, you know, just guesstimate here, a little less than 1/2 probably. Spoon that onto there. And then I'm going to just take a knife and smooth it out. You don't want to press really hard because you don't really want it oozing out the sides. And you could always do this in a springform pan, you know, and do the layers and then put it in the refrigerator and let it set up really nice. But I find this is just kind of the quicker, easier way of doing it. Still tastes the same. You just have to be a little bit more gentle so that that cream doesn't just squish out. Okay, so there's our first layer. Now we get our next cake. And I'm going to flip it over. Even that part, it doesn't really matter if you do that or not. Same here, but when you're doing this part, the poking part, be really gentle, because if you push too hard, that creamy layer is going to squirt out of the bottom of that cake. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we're going to use the rest of this espresso, soak it into that layer. Oh, this smells so good. I absolutely love coffee, so of course I would love tiramisu because it's flavored with coffee. But it's a very gentle, you know, it's not a super strong coffee flavor. And if you can't have caffeine, use decaffeinated coffee. It works just the same. No problem. All right, there we go. Okay, and now we're going to use the rest of that frosting or filling. And I like to just, you know, make globs across the top first instead of trying to smooth it as I go, just so I know how much I have. And then I can kind of gauge that as I go. I want to get all of that out of there because this stuff is magic. Okay. There we go. All right, set that aside. Get our knife back. And this layer you want to be really nice and smooth and flat on the top, because then we're going to dust the top of it with our cocoa powder. So you want it to be really nice and flat. Go all the way out to the edges. It's kind kind of a meditative practice here. Okay. I'm gonna go across one more time. Just get that nice and flat. All right, there we go. All right, so I have just a little tea strainer here that I put a couple tablespoons or maybe a tablespoon of cocoa powder, and it's whatever cocoa powder you have or whatever cocoa powder you like. And then you're just gonna kind of tap the side of this thing. And this cocoa powder, you want to get a nice thick coating. So you just keep doing this really until you can't see the frosting anymore. Because if you don't get enough cocoa on there, then you don't get much flavor from it. And I like doing it on this plate too, a white plate. You can see the dusting of the cocoa. I just think it's kind of pretty. Okay, we're almost finished here. Look at that. Yum. Okay, and that is that. So you can put this straight in the refrigerator so it sets up really nice and firm so that when you cut it, the topping doesn't just ooze out all over the place. But I can't wait. I got to show you what it tastes like. So I'm going to get a plate and fork and I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Okay, guys. So before I cut into this, maybe you should come in and take a look. I want you to see this a little bit more close up because it's so pretty. I just love it. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now we're gonna taste this. So I'm gonna just cut a little slice off here. And like I said before, it really is better if you get this guy in the refrigerator and let it set up before you cut into it, because you're gonna lose some of that cream out the sides. But I can't wait. I have to show you. Oh wow, that cake is so spongy and light. Ooh, I love it. All of the things in my brain are just going, exploding right now. Oh my gosh. It's just got that light coffee flavor. You get a teeny taste of that cocoa. The cream is silky and soft. The cake is really spongy and soft. You are gonna love that you can make this at home. You don't need to have it at a restaurant anymore. And it's plant-based. So be sure to give this a like, guys, and I'll see you next week.